Yes, it's Thursday. It's another thankful Thursday. Health, strength, and your ability to create wealth. What are you thankful for? Yeah, you. That's your cue. This Thursday, I'm thankful for process. Yes, process. A lot of times we find ourselves in challenges or situations along our journey called life. And for a lot of people, they don't understand that they're in the midst of a process, the midst of a series of steps that once taken, it can get a desired result. That's all a process is. When we look at when you're learning a new craft, a new subject, a new arena, there's certain steps that they take you through called foundational steps to try to get you to accomplish or master them, and then they can build on top of it. That process is so important because as you go further in that subject matter, you will start to see that the little things that you learned compound on one another. Here's an example. If you're going to learn how to sew clothing or how to create something, one of the first things they teach you is the various different stitches, the various different patterns you use for various different reasons. And you start off doing little things, and from there, what you do is you compound on them by stitching, patching, hemming various different things, making alterations. Then they teach you clothing construction along with what you learned in the earlier stages. And in a few weeks or even a few months, you see yourself starting to be able to take a garment from a piece of paper that you've created, actually put it on a fabric, and then you can start to create your own piece that you created out of your head. But the process has to be completed where you learn those things, you learn those steps to get the desired result. I want you to pay attention to the journey that you're on. What process are you continuously repeating, but you're not learning from? You're not taking the steps and compounding on them. You're not taking what you've learned last month where you fell short in your finances and realizing that if you repeat that step, you're going to fall short again. When it comes to your relationships, in those processes, the way you talk to one another, the communication, how you start to approach one another, the things that you say or don't say, how does that make your relationship feel? That's a process. Processes are all around us, but we have to pay attention to it so we can learn from it. One of the issues that we're having right now with quote unquote this generation is I feel as though parents have neglected to put them through some processes. We have people or parents that are complaining, kids don't do this, kids don't do that. The first thing you need to realize that one, you're the parent, and two, you get to dictate what happens in your house. They're under your care while they're under a particular age. And as simple as you making sure that they learn how to wash dishes, they clean up their room, they do their homework, that's a process. Because you're teaching them structure, you're teaching them discipline. It's accountability. And as you start to groom your kids, you will start to see their character take on those principles of discipline, responsibility. But that's a process. Don't neglect your kids, but most of all, don't neglect yourself from instituting that process so you can reap the rewards from it. A lot of times we give our power away by blaming things on various different tools and internet and various different peoples and environment. But guess what? In your house, in your environment, you have a chance to create and institute a process so you can get an end result that you desire. Process. That's what I'm thankful for. One of the issues that we've done is neglected people, those closest to us, on how we should be treated. And that's a process. Don't do that. Don't allow that to happen. And as you start to put those processes in place, you'll start to see the end results that you like, and in most times, some things that you would want to be profitable and you desire for yourself. Yes, process. That's what I'm thankful for. Health, strength, and your ability to create wealth. What are you thankful for? Go out there and use the process that you have in your life. And if you don't like it, you can always alter it. Remember, you can have the life you want. It's just up to you to create it.